Hey guys, what is up? It is Lee here and welcome to a new video. This is going to be my Corporeal Beast guide. A lot of you have asked for it because I do tend to get quite effective inventories done. I mean, I do solo around 10 to 20 plus Corporeal Beasts per inventory, and I hope this guide does help you along with it. So requirements and action bar are as on screen now. I wouldn't recommend anything lower than 95 attack and strength. 85 defense is a good round figure, but obviously the higher the better. 95 prayer is a must for turmoil, and 96 herbalore for overloads. We've also got 350,000 dungeoneering tokens. 200,000 of these I would require a must for a chaotic spear. That is made by buying 10 chaotic spikes and adding them to a Zamorakian spear, and also another 100,000 tokens isn't a must, but it's something that I do use, and it is an awesome healing passive ability, which is getting a blood necklace, and the blood necklace that I do use is a brawler's blood necklace. But to make the normal brawler's knockout necklace, what you need is a chaotic remnant, which costs 100,000 dungeoneering tokens, and you use that with a Saradomin's whisper, and it basically provides a plus 44 strength bonus when you wear it. And I also obviously make that into a brawler's blood necklace by adding a blood amulet shard on it, and that is made by 80 crafting, and it is also assistable, but that does help a lot. And last but not least, you require 50,000 dungeoneering tokens for a Ring of Vigor. What this ring does, basically when you wield it during an ultimate attack, you will save 10% of adrenaline, which does help to build up to your next threshold. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the dungeoneering tokens. As you can see as well at the bottom, I have my action bar set up. I'll go through it with you guys from left to right. So we have Sever, then Cleave, then Dismember, then Smash, then Fury, then Slice, and as a main threshold that I do use, that is Assault. And then I do have Hurricane and Slaughter and Quake. Hurricane and Quake I do use only for the core. As you'll see in the footage later on, that is the method on how you do deal with the core. And then I do have a few food keybinds here. I do have tuned potatoes because Corporeal Beast does drop them occasionally, which do make you last longer on, give you more effective kills, hence why they're 20 kills per inventory. And then W for Rocktails and E for my Saradomin brews. I don't take many brews, I take the majority of Rocktails, but we shall get into the inventory and armor setups pretty soon. So yeah guys, that is it for the requirements on the action bar. If you do have maybe 80 defense, then you could take Torva, but obviously it isn't as effective as my method that I'm going to show you with Malevolence. Anyway guys, I shall see you with the inventory and the setup. So here we are then guys, onto the gear and inventory setup. If we start on the left hand side with my gear that I do take, obviously we've got the Chaotic Spear. I take 4 Malevolent, which is a tier 90 power armor, which does degrade to dust after 60,000 hits dealt on you. But if you use it correctly, you should make a lot more than what you did pay for it to begin with, so it's very profitable nonetheless. Now onto the gloves and boots. I take pneumatic gloves and steadfast boots. These are tier 85 tank boots and gloves, which are awesome. The ring I take an Asylum Surgeon's ring. This is from the Broken Home quest after completing all the additional challenges that come within the quest. And then we've got ourselves obviously the Completionist cape. The aura that we use is a Vampirism aura. You can obviously switch this up with possibly Penance and in Supreme Invigorate. And I would also recommend Viswaxing the Vampirism aura for that 2-hour corpse slaying period rather than the 1 hour. And also we've got a Vampirism Scrimshaw as well. Now onto the backpack, we've got ourselves an Enhanced Excalibur, Dreadnips, a Ring of Vigor switch, which I do take when I am about to use my ultimate attack. Obviously it saves 10% adrenaline, which does help during kills. Now onto the potions, I do take myself a Supreme Overload potion. You can switch this up with a regular Overload. Take myself a Super Prayer Renewal potion. You can obviously switch this up with a normal Prayer Renewal flask. And then finally I take a Replenishment potion, which acts as a Super Prayer as well as an Adrenaline potion at the same time, which obviously helps a lot. I take myself 4 Saradomin Brew flasks, 4 Super Restore flasks, obviously for prayer and obviously counterbalancing the Saradomin brews when you do end up drinking them. And then the rest is basically Rocktail. You can switch up the Crimson and Blue charms in the bottom left corner there with some more food if you do need it. I just take them for charm stackers anyway. So then guys, as you can see down the centre of the screen, in my opinion these are the most needed items which are going to make you last longer when fighting the Corporeal Beast. So we're going to start off with the Scrimshaw. Scrimshaw or Vampirism is a must basically. Basically what it does, once every hit the Scrimshaw will absorb 1 to 5% of the damage you deal, and it will heal you in a Soul Split-esque way. So then, for the auras, I would recommend a Vampirism aura or a Supreme Invigorate aura. What a Vampirism aura does do is it enables the player to gain life points equal to 5% of any damage they deal. Obviously, if you use Soul Split, then you will, heal more damage. You will possibly heal a maximum of 15%, but with us just praying mage at Corp, then we'll just stick with the normal 5% of damage that we do deal. Also, the Supreme Invigorate aura is very handy here. It does stack with the Ring of Vigor as well, and then it acts in the same way as when you do use an ultimate attack, you save 10% adrenaline, but obviously with a Ring of Vigor stack, you will end up saving 20% adrenaline. So for the Blood Necklace, I would recommend a Brawler's, which is obviously made by using a Chaotic Remnant on a Saradomin's Whisper attached with a Blood Necklace shard. If you can't get that, then I would recommend an Amulet of Fury with a Blood Necklace attached to it. What it basically does, every 15 seconds it randomly damages monsters in combat for around 400 to 600 life points, and it will heal the wearer for the same amount. So generally a Corp kill does take around a minute and a half. So you do heal quite substantially just from passive healing abilities in that time, which do help so much. Finally, the last two things, we've got Dreadnips. They require a total of 450 Dominion Tower boss kills. These are very handy to use. They are additional DPS, and they do poison Corp Beast as well for a good 500 to 600 life points as well, and the poison does hit quite frequently. And last but not least guys, we have the Enhanced Excalibur. Now what this does do, it is a very, very useful weapon to have on your general PvM adventures, but what it does do, the elite version at least, basically when you activate it over a 40-second period, it will heal you 10 times, 4% of your maximum life points, obviously resulting in a total of 40% of your maximum life points healed. So another progressively healing ability, which is absolutely awesome for general PvMing, not just Corp, but it is very, very handy at Corp. Anyway guys, enough of the gear and inventory setup, let's get on to some Corp killing footage. So guys, here we go with the actual Corp killing. I have actually sped this up a little bit. So what you want to do, you want to start an instance off. You want to obviously set the spawn weight to fastest, and this will help you get a decent amount of kills within the overload times. So obviously you want to have your quick press set to turmoil, protect from magic, and obviously item protection as well. And then what you want to do as well is use Revolution, but for the first kill I did not have Revolution turned on, as you can see here. And then basically as soon as the kill starts, what you want to do is just use your basic abilities and just tick up to that ultimate ability where you want to use Pulverize. So the main reason we want to try and get to Pulverize as soon as possible is because that ultimate ability will deal 250% to 350% of weapon damage to their target, and it reduces all damage the target deals to you by 25%. Also what you want to do is when you release your ultimate ability, you want to make sure you switch to your Ring of Vigor, obviously to save that 10% of adrenaline. It really does help to get you to your threshold much quicker. Obviously the next threshold you want to use is Assault. You want to get that off as soon as you possibly can. Try and stack it with Slaughter if you can. It does really reduce Corp's HP really rapidly if you do stack them both together, which is awesome. Now if you are having trouble, if you are finding Corp is sort of just absolutely tearing you, you want to try and use Devotion. That is unlocked through the God Wars dungeon. You get that randomly on a boss kill, or it was from the World event a couple of years ago. And also you want to use Debilitate. Now what this does, you will hit the target for 100% worth of weapon damage, and any damage the target will deal to you is reduced by 50% by 8 or more seconds, which is pretty good. So the only real pain or the most difficult bit at soloing Corp is the Dark Core. Now you can't really stun it or anything anymore, and you have to use AoE abilities such as Hurricane and Quake. Now when they are on cooldown, as mine are seen in this clip here, you have to run back and forth until they do fully recharge. Now what I tend to do is I just angle my camera nicely so I can sort of like run in a nice line. As you can see here, my abilities are basically on cooldown. I use one of them and then we go into a line back and forth. You have to be 2 or more squares away from core and it will not hit you, but if it does hit you, it will start hitting you 400 pluses every single game tick, so it is quite a pest. But it's like everything, guys, it's just all practice. I mean, I'm no pro at PVM, I've just found a very good method that suits me quite well when soloing Corp, and I do hope you enjoyed this this guide. You know, it is basically my first guide that I've done, or first proper guide that I've included stats and, you know, inventory, what to take and all that lot. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the remaining kills play, and I shall see you at the end of the video, just so you can see what method I use, see if you can spot any things that I do that you do differently, and you know, you can improvise what I do into your solos. Anyway guys, I shall see you at the end of the video.
Seven, eight, 9, 10.
One specific frequency. Jump in the club and get shit cracking.
7, 8, 9, 10, 10.
You cut me off, now I'm feeling sure that I'm alive and better off now. But you want me back, but I've been around your top before. You cut me off, now all I feel is remorse. But I'm not about to calm down. No, I'm feeling unbound, unbound, bound, 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 bound.
Oh my God, that's the shit. Okay.
But you want me back, but now. I'm not about to come down. No, I'm feeling unbound, unbound, bound, 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 bound,
There we are, guys. That is the results of the Corp trip. As you can see, we got ourselves 16 kills. We got ourselves a rare drop table drop, which was a bit crap. So I'll open up the press checker. We'll pop in the items. And yeah, basically 1.6 mil from that inventory, which we didn't get any Onyx bolts. We got cannonballs there, which is pretty cool, and we didn't get any tuna potato drops. Where if I did get a food drop from Corp, I would have been able to get well over 20 kills. Which, yeah, as you can see, guys, it is kind of a efficient method. I mean, you don't have to try harder, you don't have to adrenaline stall, shield switch, or anything like that. It is a very simple method, but very effective as well. As you can see, I did do a majority of the Corp kills without any food, and yeah, the last kill I did sort of mess about a little bit. I sort of just dodged a call for randomness, and also I did run out of overload as well, so it, you know, made it a little bit harder. But yeah, guys, if you don't have overloads, don't have turmoil, I would not recommend this boss, because as you can see, I did lose obviously in the previous clips. When my overload did run out and my stats started to get drained, I did start to get wrecked. But yeah, guys, that is it from me. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope this Corp video did help you out, and if you have any questions, guys, please just let me know. I will answer them as best as I can. And for now, guys, I shall see you soon. Peace.